Hello everyone. The nature that we are temporarily dwelling in has existed since the very beginning. We were not born to escape nature. We were born to come to know nature, to understand nature, and then to be free from clinging, nothing more than that. We mistakenly come to cling, when in truth we are only here to learn the way of non-clinging. It is extremely simple. There is nothing at all in this world. The world itself is merely nature. We are simply here to learn, not to grasp nature, not to possess nature. Let everything be as nature is, arising, remaining, and dissolving according to nature. That is all. Even when the body breaks apart, let it break apart according to its own nature. Understand in this way. Understand the nature of sound and allow sound to perform its own function. Allow mental images to perform their own function. Allow emotions, pleasure, pain, calm, restlessness to perform their own functions, because they are nature and belong to no one. Let memory, whether it remembers or not, perform its own function. Let this knowing that perceives perform its own function. All of this is called learning the way of non-clinging, learning to allow nature to carry out its own work. When the mind begins to be free, when it no longer possesses nature, everything is gradually released. The mind then becomes free from grasping at nature. That is all. When this body breaks apart, there is no need to wait for the actual moment of its dissolution. Before long, awakening will burst forth, clear and immediate. We will know that we are the origin element, the element that is purely natural, the very foundation upon which all nature depends. All energies rely upon the origin element. All forms rely upon the origin element, and all things whatsoever are simply nature dwelling within it. It is like the earth. The earth is the foundation that allows all things to arise, remain, and dissolve. We are the foundation of nature, yet we go and cling to nature. Simply do not cling. Practice is nothing other than returning to nature without fabricating form, without taking nature to be me. We are not human. This form is merely a natural construct. Thoughts, emotions, memories, and knowing are only activities of nature. We simply observe in order to awaken inwardly, seeing nature functioning on its own. In truth, there is nothing that needs to be done. Each day, nature is already at work from waking until sleeping. The voice speaks on its own. Thoughts think on their own, just like this. I crawl into a sleeping bag, and the sleeping bag simply performs its function according to nature. Warmth arises. Warmth performs its function, and then sleep happens. Falling asleep is simply nature cutting off the stream of its own fabrications. When waking occurs again, nature resumes its flow, relying on knowing, relying on thinking and fabrication, relying on all activities once more. Nature is simply this way. No one owns it. When it is cold, nature performs the function of coldness in just this way. There is no need to cling to nature and no need to push nature away, only to understand nature and to learn not to possess it. Practice is nothing other than understanding nature. That itself is practice. There is no one who practices. It is simply a teaching that allows the mind or the life element to transform, transforming from an element that ignorantly clings into an element that awakens from ignorance, an element that is no longer foolish, no longer deluded, no longer attached, but free. Free from all nature. Do not fabricate nature. Do not cling to the nature that veils one's own pure element. This pure element or mind cannot be human, nor can it be a fabricated activity. This form is merely a vessel temporarily inhabited by the unawakened mind. In truth, we are the foundation, the root, the empty essence that gives rise to all natural activities, allowing them to appear and dissolve within the very substance of what we are. All things are created only for learning. A car is created for temporary use. Electricity is created for temporary use. Appliances, phones, televisions, fans, refrigerators are all created for temporary use. Forms of every kind are created only for temporary use, used solely for learning, nothing more. The evolution of this form has progressed to the point of developing intelligence in order to understand its own nature. At this present stage, the evolution of intelligence is already more than sufficient. Now it is time to learn one's true nature, to learn the origin element, to learn the mind. That is the origin element itself. We have long been trained in outward possession. Now it is time to return completely to our own pure element, not to be lost in the ever-changing currents of nature. This form, like any other form, is merely an elemental configuration, belonging to no one. Wind is a natural current. Darkness and light are expressions of natural currents. This body ages, becomes ill, and eventually breaks apart. This is nature entirely. We are simply here to witness and to rely upon nature in order to understand nature. And when nature is fully understood, there is release from nature itself. We are the origin element, the root element, the true nature that serves as the foundation upon which nature fabricates and relies. Time comes into being because this origin element creates currents of natural fabrication. Thus, time appears according to our conventions. Distance likewise appears according to our conventions. Life and stories of people, animals, selves, and persons arise because we fabricate and agree upon them, so that we may function within nature, and learn that all of this is nothing but nature. When the nature of distance and time is understood, when the arising, remaining, and dissolving of this form are understood, clinging is set down. We did not come to grasp nature, we came to release our holding of nature. We use a pen to write, and when the writing is done, we set the pen down. We use a notebook to record, and when the recording is done, we set the notebook down. We rely on this physical form in order to learn that it too will eventually break apart, that it is not us and not ours. When we observe and teach ourselves in this way, the mind loosens its grip on this form. This is the single task. We rely on this form to learn from this form, so that we may be free from this form. This is learning the art of letting go, learning the truth that all nature does not belong to us. We come to return nature, to see that all natural phenomena are simply as they are. Hunger is like this, fullness is like this, expressions arise like this, cold and heat are like this, pain, discomfort, and recovery occur naturally like this. Emotions of pleasure and displeasure, happiness and suffering, calm and agitation appear like this. Speech speaks like this, thinking thinks like this, knowing knows by itself like this. These phenomena are simply nature being as it is. We come to learn in this way, to awaken and learn this knowing. We did not come to learn the way of grasping. We came to learn the way of returning and releasing. Everything is created for learning, and when learning is complete, it is seen. This is all there is, elemental forms that arise only to dissolve. Even this form that we rely upon is born to break apart. Mental elements, sound, mental images, emotions, memory, and knowing also arise only to dissolve. They have no owner, not even us. Seeing and reflecting in this way, it is recognized that breathing breathes by itself. There is no need to watch it. It breathes according to its own nature, sustaining itself naturally. This is simply how it is. In this form, the heart beats on its own like this. Oh, it beats by itself, just like this. This is learning about nature in this way. When the skin meets extreme cold, it becomes dry and rough. The skin performs its function like this, and eventually it breaks apart. This is how it is. Vision begins to fade. Oh, this is nature moving toward collapse. It belongs to no one. This is learning about nature in this way. Sound also arises from nature, rippling up from the origin element, the mind, rippling outward as an activity and then expressing itself as sound. Oh, it is like this by nature. It ripples within the mind like this, and it knows by itself like this. It knows the sound by itself like this. Oh, it knows on its own like this. These are mere rippling activities, no owner, no self, simply being as they are. Emotions too are activities. They arise from thinking and imagining. When things are as thought and imagined, an activity called pleasure appears. It is like this, like a wisp of smoke rising, white in color, called pleasant emotion, and then it dissolves. It ripples up from the empty, clear, and pure mind. The rippling activity called suffering is simply the result of things not being as thought or imagined. Suffering arises as a dark, murky, heavy activity. Oh, this is what suffering is like. It has no owner. It is simply this way by nature. We come to learn about nature. We are mind. We are the origin element, creating activities in order to learn activities. Simply awaken and know these activities as they function like this, as nature like this. Memory too is an activity. Remembering is one activity that arises and passes. Forgetting is another activity that arises. Remembering and forgetting have no form, no self, no us. What is knowing here knows by itself like this. It knows sound, knows smell, knows cold and heat, knows seeing, knows taste, knowing by itself like this. Let nature be seen. We create nature in order to learn nature, that it is not us, not anyone. When this is seen, everything becomes lighter, because it is not us. It is simply nature. We dissolve into nature because there is no self at all, only nature. Even understanding itself is a natural activity. No one understands, it understands by itself. Tears fall. There is only nature. In the end, the art of returning nature is learned. Clear realization, tears flowing, a deep reverence for the purity of nature. Nature awakens to nature, free and pure throughout timelessness, bursting open, clearly awakening to the origin element. This very mind, this life element, formless, empty, clear and pure, is the origin element itself, creating all activities in order to learn, to return, to be free. All activities dissolve by themselves, leaving only purity. This is the knowledge of awakening the mind, freedom from suffering in this very life, nothing more, finished. It is like before the infinite universe existed. There was pure emptiness first. From that pure emptiness, the original substance of the origin element, an activity arose, a surge of energy bursting forth, gathering and forming elemental forms, becoming solar systems, galaxies, and the universe up to the present. All of this was created so that it could be known as not us, nature that arises only to dissolve. When this truth is fully seen, everything that was created and clung to is returned. Nature is allowed to appear, remain, and dissolve. The origin element creates no further activities. In the end, all activities dissolve, leaving only the original emptiness, clear and pure as it has always been. Thus, we are born to learn nature, not to possess nature. This is Dhamma.